documenting things for the purpose of having other people see it. Like, I want to be me for the sake of being me, not be me for the sake of other people knowing how cool my life is, something like that. On June 8th, 2018, I deleted Snapchat and Instagram off of my phone. I was just coming over a breakup and I kind of just wanted to take some me time, and I thought that deleting those would maybe help, whatever. I haven't gotten them back over the last 5.5 years. Today, I want to talk about some of the positives, some of the negatives that I've experienced without having social media, especially like as a high school and college student. At the very end of the video, I'm going to talk about the one thing that I wish I had known when I was quitting social media.
Damn, Max, I didn't know you went that deep.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Max Depth. My name is Max Potter, and with this YouTube channel, I'm trying to build a like-minded community of people trying to get the absolute most out of life. If that's you, please subscribe and follow along. I'm gonna try to post videos as often as possible, so any support you guys give me would be awesome. If you think this video would help someone, please share, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first idea I want to talk about is when I quit social media, and even now, I am addicted to other things on my phone. Like, it's not like when I deleted Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat that the addiction mechanism in my mind just like went away. No, I still have it for like LinkedIn and YouTube and email, and I'm trying to cut back on those things too, but it's really hard. So I guess the idea is, one, to cut out mindless scrolling. So when I'm on those apps, it's like intentional. I'm trying to learn something. I'm trying to get the things I'm consuming to be as informative and interesting and helpful as possible, not just like memes and garbage, which I've done a lot of. So the second thing I want to talk about around quitting social media, especially as a college student, is that it's really hard when you're meeting like a bunch of new people to keep track of them and remember the people you've met and stay connected with them. Like, the first question anyone asks me, like after we've like started talking, is like, what's your Snap? Like, what's your Instagram? And it's kind of like weird for me to say like I don't have them. Like, I'm going to talk about in the next point that people like admire that, but it's also like, it's like, did you just like drop out of the sky? Like, who are you? I have to be like, yeah, like trust me, like I'm not a serial killer, like something like that, just to like make it seem more normal. And then they're like, oh, okay. But I don't know. That's one thing that you have to like be aware of and kind of not have like the strength to deal with, but just like something that you should be aware of. The third thing that I want to talk about in terms of quitting social media is that people do admire you when you tell them that you don't have social media, like I talked about before. I'm not sure if they think of it as such a positive thing because they actually dislike their time spent on social media, if they feel like it's not bringing them any value, or if it's just like a social thing going on where it's like cool to not use social media. I'm not sure. For my fourth point, I kind of want to talk about just like the overarching cloud of positive things that are associated with quitting social media, around like comparing yourself less with other people and just like spending less time just like swiping through garbage. I definitely feel like I've kept like a cleaner relationship with my mind and have like a lot of positive habits. I don't know how closely those are related to quitting social media or if those are separate, but I definitely think it's something that will enhance your life. You just have to, make sure it doesn't define you. Like, not having social media doesn't define me. It's like part of the icing on like the cake. And lastly, for my fifth one, I want to talk about, kind of like what I wish I had known when I was first quitting social media. As someone, that wants to be successful, that wants to like make their mark on the world, that wants to, go out and like conquer, I want to, reach as many people as possible. And social media is by far the best way to do that. We live in an attention economy. And when you don't have attention, when you don't, use social media or have a personal brand, it's almost like you're not participating in the economy. So that's something you have to be really mindful of. Like, when you're trying to start a business, the best way to get your first like 100 people, I would say, is just to like post on social media about it, and like, your friends can try it or whatever. So I guess like if you're not using social media, it's just harder to do that. So that's something you should be like really mindful of. So much of business is about attracting attention and then filtering those people down like the funnel and then finally closing them. So having like a personal brand and having social media obviously like attracts people at the top of the funnel. It gets people aware of whatever you're selling or doing, whatever project you're working on. But then there's also an aspect of social media where there's like a trust and there's like social proof of you when you're on social media. It helps you close people at the bottom of the funnel easier. So you should just be super mindful of, if you're trying to do something online, if you're trying to make money or start a business, social media can be a really powerful tool, and that if you're not using it and don't have a personal brand and not leveraging it, it can kind of hurt you. I think there is a way to post and develop a brand and create a social media presence without getting addicted to scrolling. That's kind of what my war on social media is over. It's the mindless scrolling, not so much having the apps or having a social presence. It's just like scrolling and posting on social media are just like inseparable to me. Like when I have the apps on my phone, I'm going to open them, I'm going to scroll, I'm going to fall back into those same patterns. So if you can separate those and post on social media and leverage it to grow your business, more power to you. Absolutely do that. But for me, I just could not separate the two. So yeah, those are some key things that I guess I've learned over the last 5.5 years of not using social media. It obviously has its positives. I think I'm a better person for not having it, just in terms of how good I feel about myself, and not comparing myself to other people, and just kind of just being, the most authentic version of me, and not documenting things for the purpose of having other people see it. Like, I want to be me for the sake of being me, not be me for the sake of other people knowing how cool my life is, something like that. And there's all the positive things that come along with that. But then there's also the negatives of, it's harder to keep track of people. It's harder to promote whatever you're doing. So yeah, this is a video just to kind of try to do a holistic pros and cons of what quitting social media has been like for me. If you think this video would help someone, please share it. And if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. Thanks. I don't think I have anything more to say. I think that's pretty much it. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.